They took 148 longitudinal studies, and they have found and concluded that if you feel lonely and don't do something about it, it is the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Where we were kind of interacted out, if you will, and yet still incredibly lonely. Because we can be connected and still not feel connected. And what I want for you and for your events are people who come and who say, I felt seen, they got me. I felt like I knew how to do it, it felt safe. And I feel like it was so satisfying. It was left me feeling good. I'm glad I spent the time doing that.
Gallup has been studying for 20 years what makes employees most engaged at work. And one of their 12 questions is, I have a best friend at work. And they have seen that those who answer that question, yes, I have a best friend at work, are 7 times more engaged in their job than the people who answer no.
I'm going to put a poll up that I'm going to invite you to answer. It's anonymous, so nobody will know your answer. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how fulfilled are you with the closeness of your relationships, the meaningfulness, the supportiveness, how much you feel known, how much you feel seen? 10 is the most fulfilled. Like, it is so satisfying. I feel completely seen in a safe and satisfying way.
Relationships are so worth it. Remember, how loved and supported we feel says more about our future happiness and health than any other factor. We do not want to give up on that only because we've been hurt and disappointed in another area. Now we end up bonding and feeling closer to the people that then practice the other 2 requirements of relationships. So not just consistency, because we can spend time with everyone on our team, but when we actually have positivity, which is we have fun together, we feel loved, we enjoy each other, and when we have vulnerability, which is really getting to know each other. It's the consistency that actually allows us to do the other 2 things, but when all 3 happen, that's who we're bonding with.
If what we actually want is a meaningful relationship, they all start on the bottom of the triangle, with every new relationship being low in consistency and low in vulnerability. And as we increase our consistency and our vulnerability, they should happen in tandem. We should only be more vulnerable as we also feel more safe with that person. And some of our relationships will move up to the very top, where it should hopefully feel the most satisfying and the most safe, where we have the highest levels of vulnerability, consistency, and positivity. How come some event gatherings, everybody just clicks, and other times it feels like just a whole bunch of random people sitting next to each other awkwardly? The difference comes down to 3 common denominators. When you study all of the different things and you pull it together, we might use different words, but it's the exact same 3 things that have to be present. And we know, I can pretty much guarantee, I can stand on a stage and say, I promise you that if these 3 things happen with this team, with this group, with these 2 people, with this marriage, with this family, if these 3 things happen, they will bond.
She's an amazing keynote speaker that I have seen on stage, and I highly recommend her, either in a digital or a live environment.